Have you ever watched a sporting event and experienced that sudden feeling right after a significant moment that assures you that your team is going to emerge victorious? An example of this is when Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff in Super Bowl 41 in 2007. You just knew the Bears were going to win that game.
All around me are familiar faces.
Another example of the same feeling was during the 2003 National League Championship Series, Game 7 of the Chicago Cubs versus the Florida Marlins. Sure, the Cubs had lost Game 6, which was not Bartman's fault, but the Cubs had home field advantage and our ace Kerry Wood taking the field. Going into Game 7, Kerry Wood had only given up 7 runs in his 4 previous postseason starts, while striking out 30 batters. In the 2003 postseason, he had already won all 3 of his starts on the road versus Atlanta and Florida. Thus, the Cubs had every right to be confident going into Game 7. The Cubs take a gut punch to start the game with Miguel Cabrera hitting a 3-run home run off Wood in the first. But in the bottom of the second, I had another one of those feelings. The Cubs had just scored to make it 3-1 Marlins when Kerry Wood came to bat. Alex Gonzalez is on third, and Wood works the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Then this happens.
You want to make the opposing pitcher throw more pitches.
In the air, left center field, Kerry Wood plays long ball.
Wrigley goes wild. My friends and I watching the game go wild. There was no way the Cubs were going to lose this game after the Game 7 starter, Kerry Wood, hits a home run to tie the game at 3. This is a video response for Brian at Hodges1455 as he is celebrating reaching over 200 subscribers. Brian has an awesome channel showing off modern and vintage cards and kind of bite-sized video length videos. If you're not familiar with this channel, Hodges1455, go over and give him a subscription. For this VR, he is asking to see some great hitting pitchers. Now, Kerry Wood was not the greatest hitter. In 14 seasons, he only had 7 home runs and batted a measly 171, but his Game 7 home run was the first one that popped into my head when I thought about a pitcher hitting. To show off some of my Kerry Wood cards, Kaylin and I went on a field trip to Kerry Wood Field. See where it says Kerry Wood's Cubs?
Yeah, but I can't see anything because it's too dark.
About a mile from Wrigley, the field holds 1,250 fans and cost $5 million to build.
Here we are at Kerry Wood Field.
The first game was played in 2016. Kerry Wood wanted to give high school players a quality field to play on in the city of Chicago. Kerry Wood on the Uno card. Very cool there. We have a Strikeout Kings from 1999 tops. Very cool. I believe it's, 1999. This is the 2008. I knew it was 2008. Cubs, Kerry Wood, Chrome,
Cool.
Club K, like that one a lot. Topps Tricky Red Chrome, which is very cool there. Love this picture, very intense. It looks like he could be in the parking lot of this very field. And then probably our coolest one there, we got a dual game used bat, game worn jersey, playoff absolute memorabilia 2004 for the Cubs. That is numbered 112 out of 250. Oh, it's a Donner, so it's like very cool. That's back when they did have the logos. So there we go.
Found some geese laying around. Well, don't get too close because then they'll run away. Yes.
Too bad we don't have a hot dog or something. Now, unfortunately, Kerry Wood did not have the best Game 7, giving up 7 runs as the Marlins go on to beat the Cubs on their way to winning the World Series against the New York American League team. I did have that feeling one more time. Game 7 of the 2016 World Series. The first batter of the game, Dexter Fowler, hits a 2-1 pitch over center field for a home run to start the game. Then I just knew that the Cubs were going to win that game. Little did I know how crazy that game was going to get. Again, this was my video response for Hodges1455. Go over and give him some of your support. Let's keep growing this card community. I really appreciate you watching, and don't forget to rock and roll!